We're back now. We're talking with Johnny Dale, host of Johnny Dale's Football Academy over on YouTube and wherever you find your podcasts. So definitely check him out. I wanted to talk to you because we're talking so much about the free agency, talking about Drew Dahlman, talking about the possible trade for Myles Garrett, which I think it has to be on the top of their priority list. Obviously, look, they got to focus on the draft. They got to focus on a lot of things. But one of the things that they need to take care of is the signing of Brock Purdy. Now, I love how everyone comes out now and says, "Oh, Brock Purdy's new contract this offseason is expected to make around 55 to 60 million per season." Yeah, we know that. We've known that for a while now, and early on, even last season or earlier this season, I should say. I was even saying start him at 45. I was pissed off. But look, realistically, he's going to get somewhere around. It's going to start at 60 million. I don't see it starting at 55. I see it starting at 60 million. That's my opinion, and I'm saying that because when you look at this is the thing that ruined everything. And I think this was Jerry Jones's plan the entire time was let's sign Dak Prescott to a fat contract. And then that way that'll slow down San Francisco. So if you look at Dak Prescott's contract, it's insane.
It's horrible.
It's horrible. Jerry Jones drew this up too on a napkin. Yeah, I got it right here. What is it? And he's going to make 47 million.
Yeah, so they restructured his base salary, so that's what the restructure proration is.
Yeah.
Then he had the new signing bonus that was added on, which is also prorated. Those combined is $42,146,666. I'm looking on a site that has those combined, and then
I was like, that was some quick math, man.
I'm a genius. You didn't know that? It was like
Beautiful
that moment
mind.
in the office when it's the accountant.
So the thing about
totally having anyways, when he asked everybody, he's like, "Hey, anybody know what 15% of $4,200 is?" And Michael knows it immediately. He's like, "Michael's a genius." No, it wasn't one of those situations. But then you have his base salary of $47.75 million and a total cap hit of almost $90 million. Like, that is insane. That is insane to put that onto one player in a single season. And you would say, okay, well, that would make sense if it was a front-loaded contract that you were then going to reduce over the next few years and spread that out. No. And they added stupid, for no reason, void years that don't even pick up the cap pen. Like, why did you... The point of void years is to spread that prorated cap, the signing bonus, out over more seasons.
He loves
but
that.
You didn't.
He loves them.
Didn't. Like, this is the dumbest. When you look at all the other contracts, okay, nobody's is like that. If you look at Jordan Love's contract, for example, Jordan Love is no more than a $45 million cap hit until 2028. Okay, so Jordan Love, his cap hit this year was just under 21 million.
This looks more reasonable.
Just under 30 million. The year after that, just over 36, then just over 44, and then it jumps up to 75, which is the year that they're going to make a decision on Jordan Love. That's what it is. They probably really are set. They've got this set up so where 2027 they can make a decision on Jordan Love. That's how these contracts are usually structured, is like that. So there's these big APY numbers. So Jordan Love is the highest paid quarterback when it happens, but the actual cash paid out over the first 3 years is what's the biggest deal. And Dak Prescott's cash payout over the first 3 years is far and above everybody else. And so, like, that is where it just makes no sense to me of why they're going with that kind of cash flow schedule. It makes no sense to me.
That's what I'm telling you. Like, that contract, it really just fucks everything up for everybody else. And it's kind of like
him and Joe Burrows. So Joe Burrows is very similar. In the first 3 years of his extension, he's got $146 million payout of cash payout. Dak Prescott, $140 million. So those are the sticking points. Now, what I think Brock Purdy and kind of what we've been hearing, like Tim Kay had some reports on this, and some other people have cited some sources.
Here's Joe Burrow.
Yeah, Joe Burrow is again, it's the amount of cash payout is, his cap hits aren't too bad, but his cash payout is pretty sizable over those first 3 years. So, you look at that, at the way that his is, I want to say his signing bonus was pretty good, and then year 1, year 2. So when you add those 3 years together, it's $146 million.
It's like hamstringing the whole team too. But
Yeah,
he's really good. He's really
right.
good.
He's phenomenal. But he, even as phenomenal as he is, you could see this year how it was hamstringing the team.
Yeah.
Because of so much cash being paid out in those first 3 years. What I think a better comp for what Brock Purdy's going to get, I don't think it's going to be. I was thinking it was going to be the Jordan Love, Jalen Hurts, Patrick Mahomes type contract. But again, hearing some of the things that are coming out and seeing how the Ayuk situation went out, and then hearing some of the behind the scenes on how that went out, I think the 49ers are going to play hardball more than we would hope for them to. I think they're trying to leverage on Brock already. And I don't think they actually sign him before the new league year. That's just my intuition right now. Because what I think's going to happen is the new league year is going to come around and they're going to sign somebody. And I think they're going to sign somebody that nobody of us will be happy that they sign. I think they're going to sign Mac Jones. That's just what I think they're going to do. And what they're going to do is they're going to look to leverage Mac Jones as a potential for them to play in 2025 to lower Brock Purdy's cap hit. I think that's what they're going to do. I don't have a source on that. That's just reading the tea leaves and what I'm hearing from different people. That is what what I suspect for them to do. He's somebody that's a young guy with starting experience and can play in the Shanahan system. He played in Sarkisian's system. So I think, and that the 49ers were linked to coming into the 2021 draft. So I think that's what's going to happen. And that's where the contract will really, the rubber will hit the road. I think the Kirk Cousins framework is much more likely than the Jordan Love framework. So Kirk Cousins' contract is one that a cash payout over the first 3 years is actually higher than most of the guys that we think about. Like his cash payout over the first 3 years is higher than Josh Allen's. It's higher than Matt Stafford's. It's higher than Jared Goff's. What he's got is his APY is not that big, right? $45 million at a time when I think this was at the same time that the highest in the league was 55. Yeah. So 45 a year feels small, but his actual cash flow payout over the first 3 years is $135 million. So it's 45 a year. So his is a very balanced contract. He was given a $50 million signing bonus, and that's prorated over 4 years. And then, I mean, if you look at 2025, his cap hit is literally $40 million.
This is so much money. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, it's insane to think what these guys make. But it's still the same amount of cash made over those first 3 years, and an out after 2. And so it turns out in the end, it's very much similar. I think that's what happens. It's not going to be this 6-7 year contract where we're kicking all this stuff down the road. I think they're going to try and leverage it for this on Brock. They want to keep the heat on him. That's what they do with their quarterbacks. They hedge their bets on their quarterbacks. Mm-hmm. They did that with Jimmy. They did that with Trey Lance. They're going to do it with Brock. Like, that's just how they work. That's what they do. Like, one of the worst things they probably did for Trey Lance's development was keeping Jimmy Garoppolo. Now, again, I'm not saying that they did something wrong in keeping Jimmy Garoppolo, because obviously Trey Lance was not working out, but I also believe that hampered Trey Lance's development. Like, yeah. when you have somebody that sometimes, like, they're all about put the guys in the pressure, because then they will find out who really succeeds. But you could feel that with Brock this year. He was pressing in moments because he knew this was coming, and I think he knew that they were going to try and leverage on him. And so he was trying to make it where they couldn't. And so, I think this stuff does affect play on the field, but I think that contract makes more sense. That's what I'm thinking, because what we're hearing is that Brock doesn't necessarily care about being the highest paid player in the league. Like, that APY is just to satisfy a player as being the highest paid player. That's all the APY is about. It's about the first 3, the actual money, and what they care about, the team and the player, is how much money is paid out over the first 3 years. Because nobody plays through the end of their contract. None of these guys do.
Yeah.
Nobody does.
Thank you for watching this video. If you want more of this content, then check out some of these recommended videos right here on your screen. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to support the channel, you can do so by going to my website, which is nicotina.net, and there are memberships available under DreArea Sports.